Hey, what's up, guys? Big Al here. Hey, today we have an important lesson, okay? We're going to talk about the largest factor for you making shots more consistently, and that is your pre-shot routine, okay? Something that I call VICE, all right? VISE, not C, VISE, okay? VICE. All right. This is going to help you get a grip on making shots more consistently. All right. You can put a squeeze on your opponent. All right. It's really going to help you clamp down and make more shots. Okay. Now, what is Vice? No, it's not Miami Vice, but this is.
Game.
I didn't even get a shot.
Glad you can make it.
It's another one of your high stakes enterprises?
As high as you want to take it.
How about that race of yours tomorrow? I want in.
And if you lose,
Well, you can win a ride in your Ferrari. Remember, they're racing tomorrow.
All right. So let's get into the first factor, V. Okay. So we got vacate, view, and visualize. All right. Let's get into what that means. Number one, vacate. All right. If this is your shot and I am on low ball, all right, I just made another shot, let's say, and I got the 8 ball over here, and I have to figure out what I want to do. Vacate this premises. Don't just go down and then try to make your decisions while you're down there. Don't even stand right here necessarily. Just go for a walk, check out the table, chalk up, stand up, examine the angle, okay? You want to vacate and walk around, move around, especially if you have to do something that's not a common sense, straightforward shot. You want to move, okay? Go check out the space between the balls, try to figure out different options that you have, okay? So leave. Don't just go down, stand here in one spot, and try to figure out what you're going to do, okay? Move around, vacate, view, and visualize. They kind of go hand in hand. View your options like I already discussed. Then when you figure out what you want to do, you actually have to create a little bit of visualization, okay? You have to be able to see in advance what you want to do and know how you're going to do it. Visualize the shot. All right, let's get into the eyes. Imagine, identify, and implement. All right. So we have to, when we're trying to figure out what we're going to do, you actually have to be a little bit creative in some circumstances. Okay. You have to imagine, and like I said before, visualize what you want to happen. Okay. A lot of episodes and things on the table do take some creativity and they take a little bit of imagination. Okay. So imagine goes hand in hand with visualizing the shot. Okay. Identify. Identify the problems and the odds of you making the shot that you want to make. Okay. Like if I want to get back into this area here for the 8 ball to this corner because it doesn't go here, I have to identify my problems. No, I don't want to hit any of that clutter down there. So I have to find a solution. All right. I have to identify. Okay. And then I have to figure out real quick the whole pre-shot routine should only take about 30 seconds to a minute. All right. If it's really difficult, it might take a little bit over a minute, but you shouldn't be taking more than a minute. It should be 15 to 30 seconds on most shots and some 30 seconds to a minute. Okay. So implement. You have to now commit to the shot. Once you decide, you visualize it, you figure it out, You've identified what you want to do, the problems. You've identified the risk, your ability to make this shot and pull it off, because if not, you may want to try some kind of a safety, all right? But once you figure all that out, you have to commit, number one, to the shot, and number two, to the lead. You have to commit to the process, okay? The process of the shot, all right? I'm not going to get into how your stance should be and how your bridge should be and how you should stroke the ball and all that kind of stuff. This isn't a lesson on how to make shots and how to aim and how to stroke the cue and all that kind of stuff. This is a lesson mostly for intermediates and above who just want to improve their pre-shot routine. The things you should be doing in your pre-shot routine are going to make such a huge difference in your ability to make the shots. Okay, so let's get into the next one. S, step into your shooting stance. Okay, step into your shooting stance. All right, so once I already figured out what I want to do, I've already identified the problems, I've already chalked up, I've done my thinking, I've done my visualizing. All right, so now I am going to step into the shot. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this right here because once I get down, now we go into the E's. Okay, engage, embrace, and execute. All right, execute is the final process of the shot. Okay. Um, Embrace the shot. If you don't feel comfortable with this shot, you shouldn't be doing it. You should be doing it on the practice table over and over until you feel comfortable, okay? Hey, practicing is not playing 100 games with your buddy at the pool hall or in a basement or something like that. All you're doing by doing that is cementing a lot of your bad habits. You're cementing them. The more you do those bad habits, the more they're going to be forever cemented in your pattern, in your brain, okay? So practice with purpose means by yourself, you're doing something that is productive and and out of the ordinary for you, okay? So golfers do it all the time. They change up their whole entire swing, and they don't play any rounds really for sometimes for a month or two on end if they're changing some things about their swing. It's not much difference when you change some things in your stroke, okay? Whether it be just practicing a different follow through, making sure you're going straight, making sure you're not veering off to the side, making sure you stay down, making sure you don't move your body, a lot of different things. You work that out on the practice table, okay? Playing inside spin, playing outside spin, different cuts, things down the rail, running balls down the rail, you work all that out when you're playing by yourself in a repetitive fashion over and over until you cannot miss. Okay, so once you step into your shooting stance, you should embrace the shot, guys. Okay, so let's just go over. I'll start here into the stepping into my shooting stance. All right, so I'm going to stand back. I'm going to say, I like this shot. I can do this shot. All right, I'm going to embrace this situation. I'm going to step into my shooting stance. And we're going to let this shot go right here. Okay, so here we go. So here it is again in summary. I'm just going to go through the process from the beginning. Okay, so I check out my situation. All right, I walk around. I can walk fully around the table here. I just kind of look at my situation. I see that I really don't have a good chance of coming through here. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to play here, put some inside spin on it. Okay, I got a nice angle to come out. All right, so I left my shooting spot. Okay, I'm viewing. I'm trying to visualize a possible solution here. Okay, I'm imagining. Okay, what's going to happen? All right, I'm identifying all the problems on the table. I'm thinking of how to implement this shot. Okay, and now the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on my shooting line, and this is where we step into the shot, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I'm chalked up, even though I already did. It's okay to chalk 2 or 3 times sometimes, okay? My back right foot, because I'm right-handed, I shoot right-handed, is on my shooting line. All I'm going to do now is step into the shot, okay? And now I am going to feel very comfortable with this shot, okay, because I've practiced this one many times, so I'm embracing the situation, all right? And now I'm going to execute, guys. Okay, we had a little bit better weight on that one that time. And now we have a shot on the 8 ball, guys, okay? So, same kind of thing, although this is a common sense shot. I step into my shooting stance, and we let it go, all right? So from A to Z, you can see that it doesn't take that long, but those are the things that you need to do when you're shooting. Again, if you don't feel right, stand back up, just take a quick little walk or rechalk and get back down. But you shouldn't be trying something necessarily that you do not feel confident in making and that you think you're not going to make. Because you know what? If you think you can't make it, there's a 99% chance you're going to be correct. You're not going to make it, okay? It's important when you get up into that shot to be visualizing what you want to happen, guys, not visualizing what you don't want to happen. The brain cannot tell the difference between something positive and something negative. It just knows what the pictures that are visualizing in the brain, it takes those and it replicates them, okay? It doesn't know. When a baby is born, if all they see is a couple ducks, they're going to start quacking because they don't know what they know. Just ask Tarzan, okay? So visualize what you want to happen. The things that you do not want to happen, take them out of your brain. You've already committed to the shot. You know how to, you visualized it, you've imagined it, you've come to a plan on how you're going to implement that shot. Just do it. Embrace the shot and be comfortable and confident when doing it. That's all part of the pre-shot routine, guys. All right? Hey, make more shots. See you at the next lesson. Talk soon.